Hello and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is our day, and I'm just going to do a quick reading for you all today that is just guidance on what does Spirit need to guide you on right now on your path. What do you need to know right now? Now, as I understand it, we're moving into a new moon, so I'm going to draw you in with these Starry Beginning Oracle cards. So we'll have 3 piles today. We'll have the green Aventurine, we'll have the Opal, and we'll have the blue Aventurine, okay? And I'm going to select the first card for each of the piles. Kind of prayed over this reading, but I'm asking Spirit for your guidance for all those beautiful souls that choose the green Aventurine to guide them in. What is the central message, important information they need to know right now for their soul journey whenever they find this to greater love, joy, and abundance? So I believe that's going to be the first. Oops, that looks like it's going to be the second one. And let's see. For our third blue Aventurine. It's interesting. That one got 2. So I'm going to reveal the first one and we'll look at the other one in the reading. Okay, so we've got for the first pile. Everything is as you've created. All you create offers you lessons in life. And this is the 26 card, which would be an 8. And this is the green Aventurine. So that's for pile 1. Everything is as you've created. Okay, manifestors. Okay, for pile 2, be clear on what you want. Put action to your goals. Make them a reality. And this is for the Opal crew. For pile number 2, clarity. And then for pile 3, you've got the blue Aventurine, and we'll look at this top one here. You have a sensitive antenna. Sensitive people collect the emotions of others. Okay, that's beautiful. Blue Aventurine. All right, so those are our readings. And I didn't say for pile 2, this is a 2-7-27, which will be a 9. And pile 3 is a 3-6, which would be a 9 as well. So if you are drawn in by numbers at all, that's what we have. I am going to jump right into the readings because these are going to be quick readings. I'm going to pull some tarot cards, a couple of oracles, and see what Spirit's message is for you today. So I'll see you in the reading. If you have not yet subscribed to the Abundant Joy Tarot, please click that subscribe button. I'd love to have you be a part of the collective, and I will see you in your reading. Okay. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the green Aventurine and this everything is as you've created, all you create offers you lessons in life, this is going to be your reading. And so we're just going to do a quick reading here to understand what is the guidance that Spirit has right now on your pile. And the first thing that I get from this card is, there's just a lot of fiery energy here in the skies, in the clouds, and I feel like for those of you who chose that pile, one of the messages that you need to get is that even if you were in, oh, there goes my air. Hold on a moment. Okay, you all should be able to hear me better. What I was going to say is that I feel like what Spirit is saying is that even if you're in a period of like volatility in your life right now, where you feel like things are maybe coming down around you, you're having a lot of tower moments, there's like maybe things are, you may be experiencing a lot of anger or rage or just like high emotion, right? Or like maybe it could be from a positive side, it could be even passion. But the lesson here is that understand that what you're seeing in your physical world is what you are creating from your inner world. And sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow because we're looking at our outer world and we're like, I didn't create this mess. But we have to take a hard look at it, like what is our belief, what's going on inside of us that is causing our world to be demonstrating, our physical world to be looking the way that it is. And so the lesson here is Everything is as you've created, right? So what have you created in your world? Use your outer world to also be a clue as to, is this what I want my world to be like? If it is, then keep doing what you're doing. If it's not, then you've got to change something inside of you, because what's going on inside of you is what shows up in our external world. Okay, so that's the first message that I see here. And I'm just going to pull a couple of, I'm going to pull this first little oracle guidance card for you. And you've got dream. Wish upon a star. And what I'm hearing here is that, you know, in alignment to looking at, once you do that evaluation about what is going on in your world right now, go back to those dreams that you have, beloved. What is it that you really want to create? Envision it. Allow yourself to fully see it and feel it within yourself internally, so that you can have that come to fruition within your outer world. Okay, let's take a look at some tarot cards for you and see if we can get a little more guidance on what is actually happening and what the situation is that Spirit wants to guide. So Spirit, for this first pile here, what guidance do you have for them in terms of creating the world that they need to create for themselves? What is it that they need to be doing on their path right now? Okay. So I'm going to pull just a couple of these cards. So we'll pull more if we need to, but we've got the Eight of Wands, okay? The Two of Swords, and the Fool. Okay, that's a very clear message, you all. So I'm just going to share this message, and that's going to be that. And then we may pull one of these crow cards to see if there's any additional guidance there. But the Eight of Wands is a fast-moving card, okay? So this is the fastest moving card in the deck. And so this lets me know that things are propelling forward for you. Things are moving forward. So part of what Spirit is saying is everything is as you've created it. If you don't want it to be that way, then you have the opportunity right now to really do some significant shifts and have things shift very quickly. Okay. But what's critical for you to do that is you have got to take your blindfold off, because you've got this Two of Swords here. And the Two of Swords is about making decisions. But the key thing is here, she's got to clear away those leaves. You've got to take away your blindfold. What is it that you're not wanting to look at? As we said before in the beginning, what's going on in your physical world is something that you have created, loves. I know that that is sometimes hard to hear. And I feel like for some of you hearing this message, it's like, I don't want you to feel like I am, you know, people do some things that they need to be responsible for, and that, you know, are cruel, mean. You know, it could create some things in our world, but it's about you taking responsibility for yourself and your heart and your direction and moving forward. Okay. So yeah, there are outer circumstances. I'm not saying that you are to blame for everything. What I'm saying is you are responsible for your own emotional stability, for your own heart, okay, for your own journey in this world. And so what this card is saying, what Spirit is asking you to do, is to take off your blindfold, look honestly at your world, and then make a decision in the direction of your dreams. And you have the momentum to be able to move forward. And what's deep about it is that your final card is a major card, and it is the Fool card. So not only do you need to be thinking about what are you going to move in the direction, how are you going to move in the direction of your dreams, but to take the leap, take the risk, and trust and know that Spirit is going to catch you. Okay, beloved? That is really what I'm seeing here for you all in terms of your journey. Right now, I was actually going to pull from the crow, but I'm going to pull instead. I felt guided to pull from this sacred Forest Tarot as a final word from Spirit in terms of what is going on with you right now within your soul journey. But this message is very, very clear, beloved, is to take a look out of your window. Get clear about what you're seeing in your world. There it is, Joy. I wasn't even I wasn't getting, but that popped right out, and it's 22, it's a 4. And so one of the things that you need to do as you're making your decision, you need to lean into, ask yourself the question, if I make this decision, how does this feel in my body? What is the level of joy that this decision brings to my spirit and my mind and my body? What does it feel like if I make this decision? What does it feel like if I make this decision? And then go in the direction of your joy. Okay, that's the message I see for you all today, and I hope that it resonated with you. If you're enjoying the readings that you get here at the Abundant Joy Tarot, please click that subscribe button, like, share, drop me a comment, let me know what resonates with you, and I hope you have a joyfully abundant day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Okay, bye-bye. Hello, Pal 2, and welcome to your reading if you chose the Opal. And this card here, be clear on what you want, put action to your goals, and make them a reality. Okay. What I'm understanding here, the energy that I'm picking up in your reading. So first of all, welcome to the Abundant Joy Tarot. This is our day. And I'm just doing a quick reading on what do your spirit guides need to tell you right now? What information do you need to support you on your soul journey toward joy, love, and abundance? Okay. And what I'm seeing here is, or what is kind of coming forward for me on this card, is that you are gifted and blessed to have a lot of different choices and opportunities available for you. The sky's the limit, if you will. There are multiple beaming stars in this card. And I feel like your decision, your ability to understand what it is that you want will illuminate more brightly for you the star and the direction in which you need to move. It will illuminate for you more clearly what is already your North Star. Understand that as you get clear, you're just getting clearer and more in touch with your soul's purpose. So you're just illuminating what is already true. I'm saying that because if any of you are out there thinking, well, what if I make the wrong decision? What if I choose incorrectly? What I want to say to you is that that's actually not going to be possible. Because if you lean into your joy, if you lean into your heart and what is guiding you, then that is the direction that you need to go. And it will illuminate for you what is your soul's purpose. And as you become clearer, your soul's purpose becomes clearer, and the path begins to open up in magical ways that you have not yet expected. So that is the first thing that I'm seeing with y'all. You just need to get clear. For some of you, that may mean writing your goals down, writing down what it is that you're wanting to do. It could be that you're just sitting quietly and meditating and letting that come through. Some of you are having dreams about what you need to do, and you need to go ahead and write that down. But I feel like for a lot of you, this message that I'm hearing from them is about getting a schedule or getting a plan, right? Getting a plan and putting it into action. Okay, and then you've got take the time to heal, grow, and expand outer space. It's really interesting that you got the outer space card with that card right there. That is truly like outer space, right? But there's a need for you to also take a pause and understand what it is that you are also healing and growing from. Because I think that the lessons that you need to learn from that stillness is going to help guide you in the right direction of what your actual goals need to be. Some of you need to look at what your goals need to be more clearly. Okay, so I'm seeing those 3 cards. So we've got the 5 of Cups, you've got the World reversed, and the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So this is telling me that one of the things that's occurring for you, and the reason why it's necessary for you to grow and heal and expand, it's interesting that it says and expand, right? It's because you've got this 5 of Cups. So there's this sense that something has been lost, that there's a disappointment, things haven't been going in the direction that you wanted them to go. You may have been working towards something and then something fell apart of it, or some piece of it fell apart of it. This could be in any type of situation. This could be, I'm seeing, for some of you, it's a relationship type of situation. For some of you, it's a work type situation or a creative project or like a goal, something that you really wanted to see happen in your life. Okay. That's the scenarios that I'm getting. And that as you worked, you started moving toward it, and maybe you started to see a little success, but then something was lost, something fell down. There was some type of either a tower moment, or even just that some pieces and parts didn't come together. Maybe you were working for a company that you really wanted to work for, but then like the people, you didn't gel right with the people, you didn't gel right with your boss, or you weren't getting seen or brought into the spaces to help you to elevate and move forward, or maybe you lost your job, right? So something has been lost. There's something that is kind of hurting your heart, and you're focusing on that which has been lost. And Spirit is saying, do not focus on what has been lost. Get clear about what you're still holding, what is still blossoming in your hand, and continue to cross across this water. Move yourself away from what has been lost and into the direction of triumph. Okay. And so in order to do that, you need to get clear, because for some of you, with this world being upside down or being reversed, it's really letting me know that for some of you, it feels like the direction in which you're going has been turned upside down. So what you thought was upright is now not. What you thought was right is now left. What you thought, whatever it is that you're dealing with in your situation, you thought it was one way, and then you discovered that it's absolutely not. But understand that the world is still turning. As they say, the world turns, loves. And so the world can turn back into the upright for you. And part of the way that I think that can occur for you, because you've got this beautiful Three of Pentacles, is through community. Okay. It's through working with others. And it could be either on a creative project. It could be like within a creative space. It could be just within family, working together with family, but working together with souls in which you have a heart connection. So for some of you, it may be helpful to go to a workshop where you're looking at goals or planning or dreaming or things like that, or even getting together with close friends and saying, hey, what are you working on? Can we work? Can you talk with me? Can we brainstorm about what I'm going to do next? What are my next steps going to be in goals since this thing has been lost and I want to do something different? What should I focus on? So that you can be able to kind of network and brainstorm and work with other individuals. I feel like that is going to help you to be able to expand what it is that you're doing. So your quick message from Spirit today is you got to get clear on what it is that you want. All right. You need to take time to really love on yourself from whatever has recently been lost, and trust and know and focus on that which is still blossoming in your world. Know that Spirit knows that things have been turned around in your world, but your world is going to turn back upright again when you begin to lean into those spaces where you get the support, where you get extended community, and can get the support you need to think about what goals you need to do and what steps to take next. Okay. Lean into, I'm really getting with this outer space card that there's a need for you to really expand what you believe is possible for you. Dream beyond what you thought was possible. Okay. Go for that thing that, you thought, because at this point, it's like some things have been lost. So go for that thing that you didn't even try for last time. Just go for it. Expand what's possible for you, and you will see great things occur. I promise you that. Okay. And look at that, gratitude. So Spirit is also asking you. So in this space, when we get into this space, understand that what we create in our world is what's going on internally. So when we get into a space where we're focusing on the loss, we're actually creating more loss energetically in our world and in our physical world. It's actually a very real thing. So Spirit is saying your advice is to lean into that which you're grateful for. Even if all you can say is, I am grateful that I have breath. I am grateful that I have food on my table. I am grateful that I have a vehicle. I am grateful that I have the bus ticket to get to the bus. I am grateful that I have feet that let me walk out the door. I am great. You just take it down to the very basics. I am grateful that I can see. I am grateful that I can hear. I am grateful that I have someone that looks at me and loves me, whether it be your dog, okay, whoever it is, okay, just trust and know that, look in the mirror and say that I love you. Know that Spirit loves you. Know that your guardians love you. Know that the angels love you, okay. Know and lean into that gratitude so that you can create more reasons to be grateful. Okay. That's what I'm seeing for y'all today. These are real quick readings, but this is a very clear reading for me. Focus away from the loss. Focus on that which is still blooming. Lean into your community, and your world is going to turn back into the direction of purpose, focus, love, and abundance. Get clear on your goals. All right. That is your reading. Y'all, if you have not joined the Abundant Joy Tarot community, please click that subscribe button. I'd love to have you be a part of the community, and I will see you in your next reading. Okay, bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. This is the Abundant Joy Tarot, and we are doing a reading today. Just a quick message from your spirit guides to give you information on what do you need to know right now on your soul journey. Okay, and so these readings have been going fairly quickly, but I'm just going to share with you what I see. We've already prayed over the reading. If you chose the blue Aventurine, and this card here, you have a sensitive antenna. Sensitive people collect the emotions of others, then this is your pile. Okay, and it's probably my pile too, because I am definitely that individual. But this is a beautiful card. So this is going to be my card, my pile of people that are extraordinarily sensitive, I like to say. So those individuals who walk in this world with an extended antenna tapped into other people's emotions. What I'm getting clearly in this is make sure, the message that I'm hearing is make sure you are collecting your own emotions, and that you know which emotions are yours and which collection bucket is yours. I really am getting an image in my head of you internally holding 2 buckets. One bucket holds your emotions, what's true for you. The other bucket holds the emotions of other people. And getting clear, getting a visual in your mind to separate it, so that understand that you have control over your antenna. Sometimes it may not feel like it, but you can direct it. You have sovereignty over your antenna. So you can direct your antenna just like you can tune a TV and tell your antenna, when you're pulling in other people's emotions, can you put it over in this bucket right here so that I can have clarity about what am I actually feeling and what are the feelings of others, so that you can delineate and move clearly. And you can do this in a way, it's like a little magic trick, if you will. You can literally physically envision that your antenna has two points, right? And it takes in the emotions of others, because that's going to happen anyway. Brings it into this one bucket, and it brings in the other, and brings in your emotions in another bucket, so that you can clearly delineate, because it's a gift to be able to have that antenna. But I'm getting the sense that some of you may be a bit overwhelmed with that ability and gift that you're holding. Okay, so if you can give that a try and see if that works. If any of you attempt to do that, because honestly, I'm just channeling that information and I'm like, I'm going to try that myself. So if that works for any of you all, like, let me know, because that came from Spirit in terms of thinking about how do you envision receiving the information that you get in such a way that you have sovereignty over it, and that you're able to make the decisions that you make. Now, this is the only group that had 2 of these cards. And your card, beautiful. You deserve good things. Keep your focus on what you want. Yeah, so this is like helping to clarify for me what Spirit was saying to me is like, okay, like these beautiful souls on your soul journey, this is a part of your journey to be sensitive and to be able to collect other people's emotions. But there's a reason for you collecting them, okay? So there's something that you need to be doing with that. But what you also need to know is that you as a soul, deserve good things. So it's important for you to be clear about what it is that you want. And in order to be clear about what you want, you've got to be clear about what your emotions are. Okay. So that is what I'm hearing here. It's like for you to be able to gain further clarity on what it is that you want. Well, that was a quick fallout. Let's see what we got here. So, and you've got new horizons. Wow, look at that. Old ways won't open new doors. Okay, so the other thing that we need to be mindful here in this group 3 here, my Opal crew, not my Opal crew, my blue Aventurine crew, is that you need to look at how you've been approaching things. It's just like, you've got to change. You can't continue to do the same thing and think you're going to get different results. You are stepping into new places, into new horizons. Okay, so as you're keeping your focus on what you want, you also need to think about how are you going to approach the situations in your life differently so that you can get different results. Old ways of doing things are not going to open new doors. Okay. So even in thinking about your sensitivity and thinking about your gift, old ways of doing things. So for instance, early in my experience as a spiritualist, I used to feel things really like deeply, but I would not verbalize it at all. I would just, my leg would start shaking. I would be feeling different kinds of like emotions or, physical things in my space and in my world, in my physical body. And like, I would not articulate it at all. I would just be holding it inside, and I would get headaches. I would get sick, and I had to understand that the old way of trying to just sort of fit in and like struggle through and just not acknowledge something was not going to open the new doors. And once I opened the new doors to really begin to speak on what I was actually picking up and feeling and understanding that it was somebody else's emotions or somebody else was feeling that ailment or somebody else was doing that, and I was just a channel for that, it shifted my whole world. So for some of you all, it may be that it could be not necessarily tied to your nature, although I do feel like part of it has to do with because we're drawn in here with the sensitive antenna, but also just thinking about your world. How are you approaching the challenges that you're facing in your world, and how can you look at them differently? Okay. What can you do different? How can you walk different? That's actually a great activity that I'm seeing because I'm just got the image of it. Like, think about how you're carrying yourself and how you're physically carrying yourself. I know that I'm just getting this image of a theater class that I took. And in theater, there were times where we would practice walking from different areas of our body. Like we would say, okay, what does it feel like if you were someone who walked leading with your belly as opposed to someone who walked leading with their head? Okay. And the reason why I'm saying this is because what it does is it shifts your reality and what is going on with you physically in your body. So you may want to just pay attention to how do you walk? Literally, how do you literally walk in the world, and see if you shift that in your world. How do you feel differently? Are you experienced differently? Do people approach you differently? And then understand that those small tweaks, that's just an exercise, right? For you to think about ways that you shift your reality by how you approach something differently. If you always approach something with, an anger, right? What happens if you change it up? If you always approach something with, oh, I don't care. All of a sudden you say, no, actually, I would like to do this, and decide to be more decisive and see what happens. So the Spirit is really asking you to Pay attention to how you're moving in the world. Understand that you are a gift and a blessing to this planet, and understand that your sensitivity is a gift for you, but understand that you also have sovereignty over it and that you can make decisions to help guide you. So I've kind of gone in there a lot, and I'm going to pull a couple of tarot cards just to give us a little bit more guidance. Okay, yeah. That's great. Okay, and actually I think it's this one. Okay, all right. So you've got the Chariot card, which is one of my favorite cards in the tarot, because it really talks about moving forward on your mission, moving forward with your soul purpose. And the beautiful thing about the Chariot card is that it talks about an individual who has maybe tried to move forward, but then had to learn some lessons. And this in this particular deck, it's interesting to me that she is on a snail, right? But then she's on a snail with wheels. So there's this sense of that there has been slow, steady progress, but you're now moving forward, okay? And what's also deep is that her crown chakra is covered with a snail's shell, right? So there's this sense of like slowing, and I don't always get this with this card. This is interesting, but this is what I'm hearing. It's like there's a sense of like slowing down your thought process so that you can propel yourself forward, okay, with the wheels of the snail in the direction of your soul's purpose. So there's a sense of slowing down your thought process. And this is confirmed for me with this Nine of Swords, because the Nine of Swords represents a bit of mental anxiety, a mental anguish. Okay. This is like not being able to sleep at night, being a bit tortured in some ways. In this particular deck, she's got eyes all on her. So there's maybe this sense of feeling like you're being watched or that you're being judged in some way. People are really, focusing on who you are. And you may also be feeling a bit isolated, feeling like you're alone and that you're kind of in your own little bubble suffering. And on top of that, you've got people looking at you and judging you and picking at you, and that probably is because you are different in some way in terms of how you walk in the world. But beloved, you cannot, this is about internal torture, okay? So it's really important for you to shift your thinking, to slow down your mental flogging, really, of yourself, and allow yourself to kind of step fully into your chariot and step into your purpose of moving forward, okay? And it's lovely here because you've got the Four of Wands. So this tells me that you're moving to a place of firmer, happier foundation, right? That there is a foundation that is being built for you. Sometimes that takes time, beloved, but you're in the path because you got this chariot, which generally is very fast moving. And I feel like the progress that you're going to be going through and what you're working on right now is fast moving. But what needs to slow is your sense of anxiety, your sense of mental anguish, your sense of judging yourself, your sense of overthinking things, okay? Overthinking things and moving yourself to a place of community, celebration, and foundation, okay? Sense of family and wholeness, okay? So being able to kind of reach out into that space. I'm actually wanting to clarify this Nine of Swords a bit more and see if we can get a little more information for you all. I didn't do this one in the other piles, but I feel that for this one. So we've got Justice. Wow. So whatever it is that you are feeling a lot of anxiety about, what might be keeping you up at night, what might be, really, really frustrating you, you've got the Justice card clarifying or covering you. And that is beautiful because what Spirit is saying is that you are going to be sitting on top of the world, that the scales are going to be balanced for you. If you're feeling tortured or having a lot of anxiety or worry or frustration around something that's keeping you up, keeping you from moving forward in some way. If someone has done you wrong in some way, you need to know that Spirit is in the process right now of balancing the scales for you and bringing the karma back to a place of justice for you. Okay. So all of that, that's why you're going to get this beautiful Four of Wands. And I'm also going to ask for just a quick clarification on this Four of Wands, Spirit. If we could just have this clarification on this Four of Wands. The King of Cups. Yeah. Emotional balance. So once as Spirit is working to bring in this justice and balance, whatever it is that's disturbing you, is you're not only going to be moving to a place of foundation, right? Of feeling a bit of wholeness and celebration in terms of where you're moving, but you're also going to have this beautiful King of Cups energy. And the King of Cups is stable. He is emotionally intelligent. He is able to balance not only his emotions, which is so deep with what we've been talking about with your sensitive nature, but also integrate and balance the emotions of others, which we know for this pile, you are taking it in with your antenna. Okay. So Spirit is saying you have what you need. You have sovereignty over your emotional world. The Chariot is coming to move you forward towards your destination and purpose. You are going to have great, good things that are coming in for you. You just need to focus on what you want. Pull yourself out of your mental anxiety. Pull yourself out of your anguish by knowing that Spirit is in the process of balancing the scales. Move yourself forward in the direction of your dreams. Shift the way you're moving in the world so that you can open fresh new doors for yourself. Okay? That is what I see for you all's reading today. I think this is a beautiful reading on your soul journey. I hope that this resonated with you and that it supported you in some way. If you have not yet joined the Abundant Joy Tarot community, please click that subscribe button. I'd love to have you in the crew. And please like, share, put a comment down there to let me know what resonates with you. And these are our short readings for today. I hope you have a beautiful, joyful, abundant day, beloveds. Take care of yourself. Love on yourself. Know that you are worthy. All right. Bye-bye. I'll see you next time.